All right, Hank and Francesco, both 3-0, 8 cast versus 4-color Minsc. We'll start a prediction poll with live chat. Vote now if you're watching live in the chat. All right, we'll keep an eye on the live totals. The phone slipped a little bit underneath the overlays.
It's just like, it's not that you can't, it's like, out of respect, I feel like I'm not gonna crush your...
Mox Opal, Mishra's Bobble. Urza's Bobble. Oh yeah, Twitch chat is right. Francesco is actually 2-0-1. My bad. I go off memory with the records.
Swamp, pass, a whole priority.
I've taken like 2 mulligans.
All right, predictions are coming in. About a minute left for the live chat. Retrofitter Foundry is on the board for Francesco. Another ponder for Hank, who's probably looking for prismatic ending but didn't find one.
I cut people's deck, like, if I get through these decks, I'll cut it a few times.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing 8 or 5 decks in the chat. Using strategies to really mulligan the 8 or
I think that this should work. So, casting this one.
93% favored for Hank, says Twitch chat. Lotus Petal casting Thought Monitor here.
Yeah.
And Hank fetches a Volcanic Island in response. Is this a main deck Power Blast? Main deck Power Blast hits it. Force of Will pitching Thought Monitor in response, so Thought Monitor will resolve.
Or things get really. There is a role that.
Ancient Tomb. Either Spellbomb.
Crack.
There we go.
Sacrifice. So at top 2 I create servo, then the servo can be converted into top tier and the top tier into
Yeah, I
monster.
was like, where the hell?
Either Spellbomb could potentially bounce a hamster. Bounce a row.
Okay.
All right, a third ponder so far this game for Hank. Inoxia, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Shield. Ooh, baby. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Let's go. Alright. I'll keep Hydro call. Alright.
Ooh, Wasteland. I didn't see that one coming. All right, Wasteland hits Ancient Tomb.
I'm not sure about it.
All right. Francesco found an island.
Oh, two. That was in her hand. Oh, it's in sideboards. And I
You have
remember-
four cards, right?
Yeah, four.
This replacement effect, guys.
All right, Kappa Cannoneer looks like it's on its way. There it is. Hank, excuse me, doesn't have enough mana to get around Ward just yet. This could be good game.
Go to combat. Go.
Particular person that is.
I guess an Uro ramping into some extra lands could have a swords get around Ward. Hank needs to figure this out.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know that. Yep. You look at that.
Yeah.
That would be the, how do you doing that?
Yeah, at least in solo.
All right, going for Tundra.
Or are we in tune? We're in tune. What's that? Or if you come your game, or actually Posse and Endurance.
Yes.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, second team would be pretty good.
Okay.
Where's that spirit of all key sorcery land?
Only gonna get
So you gain 3 life.
Yeah, and I put a land in play.
Uro hitting a stack, putting Mystic Sanctuary onto the battlefield, putting Pyroblast on top. All right, so Hank could beat Kappa here. Either Spellbomb could protect it, and it could be recast. Let's see what happens.
Sam just comes here and farms.
Well, Samus cracked out and realizes that just winning the game for one requires nothing to do.
Another Thought Monitor. It'll resolve. Trigger Kappa Cannoneer. Ancient Tomb.
How many cards are in your card?
Activating Retrofitter to make a servo here, maybe to trigger Kappa.
Go to combat.
Something besides the deck is playing
So it's 7 plus 2, 9 in total.
All right, attacking for 9, putting Hank down to 10. Hank has lands, so Hank's next turn will be spent probably trying to remove this Kappa Cannoneer, which can be saved by either Spellbomb. Let's see what happens. All right, leaving the lands open.
Yeah. That's not the use case.
So after the Pyroblast is cast, Ward trigger could happen, and then Francesco, after it's paid by Hank, can just bounce the Kappa Cannoneer and recast it potentially here. Let's see. All right, attacking with everybody.
I gaze and then force a little saga.
Supreme Verdict is another route that I forgot about for Hank. Supreme Verdict is in the deck. We saw that in the Elves match earlier.
Dude, I'm never gonna forget the game you just rolled the 2 circle extraction and no lands and still
Transform my deck.
All right, Pyroblast targeting Kappa. Ward trigger gets paid. Well, or you could counter the Pyroblast as well. All right. I didn't think Francesco had another counter, but that's game. Francesco gets game 1.
I'm almost upgrading this. I need one more.
Go.
Looks like Francesco put 2 on the bottom. Misty Rainforest pass. Suzuki says, I wonder if there's phone MTG life counter with OBS other streaming integration. Possibly, I don't know. Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, Mishra's Bauble, Ancient Tomb, Wasteland on Ancient Tomb and pass.
This one's
Yeah. For like what they're worth.
Go.
I like
Urza
that.
Saga
High
comes
value.
down. That's a good one.
300, 240. The ones on the here on the side.
Okay.
All right, here's a Ponder for Hank. Kappa Cannoneer got their last game, wasting the Ancient Tomb. Maybe an effort to make sure that doesn't happen again. Saga goes up to 2. Here's another Saga for Francesco. Has an Opal. Francesco's going to start pumping out constructs. Hank finds a Volcanic. Roll.
I will.
Okay.
Roll those.
Okay.
And a Ponder to follow up. And there'll be a Ponder shuffle.
End of turn. I create a token.
End of turn, make a construct. It's a 4/4 currently.
Draw. So. Thank you.
Francesco up a game, thinking about making a construct with Urza Saga. Or floating a mana and letting it search.
2, 3. Would go to
And I'll block those.
2. And in response to this,
You had all three
I
in here.
create another token.
Oh, so good, good.
Alright, creating another construct before searching. Seems like a good plan.
I'm sorry.
I search from this.
I just brain. I like 16.
Yeah.
And I brainstormed into it.
El Tassi in the chat says this match seems pretty bad for Minsc. Most of the list don't play a ton of artifact hate. I mean, we saw last game how good Kappa Cannoneer was. And in this game, we're seeing how good Urza Saga is. Having not played the matchup myself on either side, it seems like that's reasonable. I don't know if Hank has any meltdowns or seeds of innocence or anything like that in hand right now, which could completely swing this game the other way, but it's getting ugly in a hurry. So Retrofitter Foundry has found another great card against control decks for Francesco.
Actually, I guess we're wrong.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I go to combat. Then go.
Twitch chat saying either Meltdown or Serenity. Yeah. But if Hank doesn't have them, it doesn't really help. Let's see. Supreme Verdict is decent here. It'll blow up 2 constructs. Can't be countered. Passing the turn now is Hank. Francesco can't make a construct here unless they sacrifice Lotus Petal. Okay, fetching before the search. Don't want to get needled. It'll be Taiga.
And I search. With this, can I search for a land? No. Satellite. I have 1 mana floating, right? How many cards do you have?
4 cards in hand for Hank, 1 mana floating for Francesco.
But the meta is blues down. So this kind of catches it all. And then meanwhile, you still have like force it where
Blue Vanilla's right. Seas of Innocence always kills the turtle. Yep.
So Rickle's only good against this one matchup. But
Meltdown can't do that unless you have a lot of mana.
so Rickle, there's so many games where Tyronin's are no fun with that. It's just, whereas hers is
There's Lotus Petal. Serenity is a good one though.
Floating. And with try casting these.
Thought Monitor gets Power Blasted. 3 cards left in hand for Hank.
yeah, 6. Okay, so 4 days.
It's fine.
all of that, I think that's enough respect. Like you don't
Then,
like
Redux has never seen
big blue. The floating.
I'm gonna get play the
All right, Kappa Cannoneer resolves, baited out the Pyroblast with Thought Monitor and slammed a Kappa Cannoneer, and Hank needs to deal with that. There was a mana floating from Urza's Saga, I believe. There was a sacked Petal for Kappa, right? I lost track of which paid for which, but it looked right to me. Escaping Uro now is Hank. Which makes a decent attempt at racing Kappa Cannoneer.
Also, you're like and then like after I commented on the first where I had
Create a token.
like 4th goal. And he copied me. Yeah, and it was like the worst. It was so bad. So then I got how big was it?
Making a servo, triggering Kappa Cannoneer. End of turn Brainstorm for Hank. Hank has enough mana to get around Ward if they can find removal. This is quite a game.
Yeah. 14.
Looks like Hank just drew Minsc and Boo. Pyroblast with Ward. Getting rid of the Kappa Cannoneer. Prismatic Ending on Retrofitter. And we're going to game 3. Death and taxes and stuff like that. Are they so bad against, like... I mean, for example, like Moon Stompy seems like it would be tough. All right, here's a Chalice on 1 to start the game.
Yeah, this thing, $26. Hilarious. That's awesome. Wow. Cool.
Scalding Tarn for Hank.
Go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll grab a slice.
Sorry, I had to buy, so I ate.
We need some help here.
You give me a...
He needs a hamster.
You need a hamster? Okay. I got a hamster. Nice.
All right, we had a hamster situation in the background. Hank finds a taiga.
Yep.
Prismatic Ending on Chalice.
My favorite token, I opened the token in the collector box, which is the white bird on one side from Dominaria United.
That's what Prismatic Ending does. The Chalice out of here. There's a
There's
Saga
black
comes
bird
down.
token
That's pretty
from
good.
Dominaria United and a white bird token from Dominaria United.
Okay.
And I opened the foil token from my collector box, which was one on each side. So the white bird's on the one side and the black bird's on the other side.
Okay.
I thought that was fun. That's my second favorite bird token after the invasion player rewards bird token.
Okay. Okay.
Which has like a weird Phyrexian thing on it.
Okay.
True. Life from the Loam, get back Scalding Tarn and play it. Pass. Mox Opal for Francesco, who doesn't have a lot of artifacts on the battlefield currently. No Metalcraft, but can create a construct now.
What can I do? This is the deck.
Yeah. This is the deck. Just really want to try someone.
There is one. Half of my cards gone. Turn 1. At 4.
And Hank has a correct.
I've been trying to evaluate how much the average card is worth in the hand versus on the battlefield.
Tropical Island found for Hank.
No, I think like the card on the battlefield is worth on average like 2.5 cards in hand, which is why Force is good.
Oh.
Okay.
Brainstorm.
So if you're playing a creature deck, you have to like try to maximize that. Like if you have an Ether Vial, and Ether Vial is putting, I don't know, a Horde Master or whatever for you onto the battlefield. That has to be worth like a lot of things.
That's worth money. Like anything, yeah, anything that vials things in and stuff is worth.
No, well, I'm talking about like in terms of party count.
He was 3. He's actually 3 going into the last round, so. But he destroyed me. Yeah. I literally had like.
I'm kind of desperate.
No, I'm gonna be away. Forcing him to have to. Memories journey.
See when I get back.
I actually feel like.
So who's going to Richmond? 1, 2.
That's like.
A Chalice on the battlefield has mana value 0, no matter how many charge counters it has. On the stack, its mana value is X plus X.
I did apply hard enough. I have double surgical.
I can't wait to see those pickups again.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Talking smack about.
I got Ravage Trap.
Talking
In February at the Blue Red.
Dredging Loam. Put an Uro into the graveyard.
Like young pyromancer to single.
No, he was playing like whatever stop was right before the unlimited stage.
Oh, cool.
Volcanic Island.
Summer is good. There's a leading on Legacy, right? He was playing down.
There's the leading
Oh, sorry, he was playing that.
Yeah.
Legacy in Boston-ish area or something? And then there's a monthly here. So this kind of
That's a monthly one.
All right, escaping Uro, exiling the whole
Uh,
graveyard. We'll see if Francesco has a response.
He's
If I knew what was in his hand, which was the fourth Nagarviva.
Force pitching Emery. Uro is countered. Making a construct on end step.
Sword save.
Roland is here, everybody. Roland is here. Checking on us.
Yeah, we get like 20 cent cards.
Search?
So I
That's
do,
1,200.
but I'm still stupid. So like,
All right, so another construct created before the search. The constructs will become 4/4s.
It's only
Bunch of threats for Hank to deal with. Retrofitter Foundry. There's his bobble played from hand.
It's a more interesting
Into heaven. Create a servo.
It's just you
Create
call
a
it
servo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And attacking Hank for 6. So Hank basically has 1 turn left.
Crack this. Look at one random.
There was an era of Legacy where Merfolk was effective.
Reveals Power Blast, which does nothing right now.
They play one. Merfolk was basically Delver that plays which I feel a lot. Like, there was right over there on playing Merfolk's play sets were way more.
And since
Oh god, you get Forcible and Chalice, right?
Oh, you didn't play Chalice. He didn't play Chalice. He played first of all, the thing is, nobody else.
You're just the backwards up.
since we're backing up, he's like,
And there was no Merfolk trickster yet at the time, so they had one less turn action. They had to play 4 dismember.
Hank needs something here in game 3. Facing down lethal. Looks like a Narset's getting cast here. Looks like Hank has a swords. Is that a swords in hand? Can't really tell. Alright, casting the Narset, which doesn't do a whole lot as far as preventing Hank from losing the game on its own, but looking at the top 4 now with Narset. Finds a meltdown. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, Tidescaper just basically
Yep.
took over his
Fetching for a volcanic island. Uh-oh. Francesco scooping it up after the meltdown. Or is he not scooping it up?
in like the round 1 or 2
Yeah, it looks like
That doesn't say anything specifically.
Nope, not yet.
Knocked out in 2 turns.
Specifically,
Now that I think about it, both sides I never play.
Now scooping it up. Wow, Hank gets there.